seek to find is a world that's mine. Need a place to hide. Will you free my mind? Following the lights of a world that's blind. In your eyes I see there's a place for me.
I just wanna try with you. I don't wanna share. But every time I try to text your group, I don't see you there. I just want your secondhand perfume, venom I can wear. But every time I try to think it through, I don't even care. About you daily. We were both happily crazy. I remember when you made me.
Ash and
let's see here. All right. Welcome to the JWRLCS. Tonight we're gonna have Momentum versus Sentinels. How you fellas feeling?
I'm
feeling
doing
good.
fantastic. Yeah, great. Thank you for having us on as casters tonight, Cody.
Yeah, I guess I should have mentioned. This is Jade Glacial Frontier and Adam, aka Ayo.
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 Good evening, everybody.
Yeah, we got a
Everyone ready for
real good game for you tonight.
Oh yeah.
Yes, sir.
What? How do you guys feel about the match? Any predictions?
I cannot give you any. This is like, again, we've been in the JWRLCS for a little bit now. This is a second kind of real iteration that we're putting in, and we have had a number of new players come into the league, as it were. And honestly, these two teams, I don't even know if I could recall ever playing with many of them. So unfortunately, I think I'm going to be a little green when it comes to this. But of course, we have Momentum with Rich was found as the team captain.
Yes.
And, with the starters of K-Dogs and Idiot Celeb. We also have in the Sentinels, Captain Caleb J. Nash with the starter and Mr. Dark Fox. So, I mean, honestly, these guys, anything can happen. Honestly, so I don't know what to expect. What about you, Adam?
I definitely know we're gonna have a good game. My prediction is that Sentinels are gonna take it in. I want to say 6 or 7. I think it's either gonna be 4-2 or 4-3.
So either way,
Um,
you think a full series is going to be played.
yeah, I'm hoping so. I mean, we all want a game 7 every time, but I think as long as the Sentinels can keep up their consistency and rotate around each other, then definitely think they take it.
Awesome. All right. Well, we're going to find out right now as we get into game number 1. And we're starting off pretty strong as we get K-Dogs playing very well, looking for the infield pass and not able to get there.
Yeah, I know a lot of these players have definitely been hitting the grind. Nash specifically, I've had the privilege of playing with him a couple times, and he's back to the grind. He's watching replays, really trying to figure out what he's doing right and what he's doing wrong.
Gotcha. And now Momentum still taking the offensive posturing, looking pretty well. Rich looking for the infield touch, gets it off the back wall, and Dark Fox with a clear down the field. Open net opportunity, though. K-Dogs with a nice clear. And now back into possession is for Momentum. Momentum looking for shot on target. Gets it over one, but the flick puts it wide. Next shot on target, but Nash is there to catch and get an excellent save. Rich unable to actually respond. And now we're just seeing a back and forth battle between these two beautiful teams.
Yeah, I really like that patience from Nash. I mean, being able to take your time on your own goal line when there's a threat or if there's no threat, it's definitely huge.
Oh, and the bar down by Rich was found, giving the game 1. And the first goal for their team. Momentum has the lead, 3 minutes, 43 seconds. Idiot Caleb, was it K-Dog that had that double tap that just put it just a little bit wide? Unfortunately, he doesn't get the first goal to his name, but good follow-up by Rich. Oh, and a kickoff mishap there, going in favor of not Momentum, Sentinels. And unfortunately for them, though, Momentum was able to, as it were, carry that momentum and follow through. Great double tap by Rich, proving that he could do it. Last time he didn't get that chance. This time he definitely did.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely showing here why he's the highest MMR on their team. Just having that good consistency, being able to read that double touch and realize that the defender just is not in the right spot to make the save.
All right. Absolutely. And we're definitely seeing their team is definitely on the stronger side when it comes to mechs as of right now. Maybe they're just getting the other Sentinels have to get a little bit more into the swing of things. But as it stands right now, we're clearly seeing a very strong control from Momentum. Oh, Rich looking for another touch. Can't get that. And an open net just allows... Oh! I almost had Caleb with a shot, but... or Caleb with the save, I should say. And then it completely 180'd with Nash sealing a goal and actually giving themselves on the board.
Yeah, that's just a great counterattack from Nash there. Just realizing he had the time, he took it. He didn't just try and throw the ball away and get a shot on net that's going to get saved. Being able to punish mistakes in threes is huge, and we saw him do just that.
Absolutely. What we just saw was literally that. The overcommitting of Team Momentum had proved to be that problem for them. But as quickly as we talk about their downfalls, look at how clean their rotations and positioning are. Rich, right in the field, player number 1, looking at that shot, having an open net. The defense was not there to actually save it. And unfortunately, they seed another goal.
Yeah, Rich definitely showing his skill here. 3 goals, basically carrying his team. I mean, in threes, it's definitely great to, any plays that happen, you might not see specifically on the scoreboard, but even just a small touch in the corner can definitely lead to a goal for your team a couple seconds later.
Oh, absolutely. People don't realize that, again, an effective play is not just the player who hits the ball into the net. It's all about everyone and what everyone does to actually set that play up. And it might be 2, 3, 4, 5 hits before, but whatever they do to actually set that up is exactly what they need. And Momentum, again, looking so great with their pressure. And their pressure is exactly what they need to continue to keep this aggression. And, and at this point, the Orange is looking as though they are hurting for boost, hurting to understand where they need to be. And as you said, the grind is real for these. Ooh, Nash again, looking to be Sentinels MVP, puts it just too wide. And again, they can't seem to try to find a goal to get them out of that hole of 2 goals, a 2-goal deficit.
Yeah, when you have that shot opportunity, you just need to make it in the net. I mean, if you have a teammate that's there to back you up, maybe there's a couple defenders, you definitely want to hit it backboard, maybe into the corner or a mid pass. But when you have that one-on-one opportunity, and Caleb takes that opportunity, he saw the beat, he was able to get there, and a great finish from him.
Great placement by Nash, at least putting it high and behind the defender, allowing Caleb to have a perfectly open net. And finally, with a minute, we might actually see potential when it comes to a good game and maybe even an equalized game. But with a minute left, anything can still happen. Shot on target, Caleb J. Beautifully placed into the net. Again, where was the defense for Momentum? Absolutely gone.
Yeah, that touch on the backboard maybe would have been a little better to take control and force a 50 instead of just banging it down mid for the other team. But that was a great spot from Caleb to be there, and an even better finish for him.
And now we're definitely seeing what these teams are made of at this current moment. We are all equalized. 1 goal stands the difference between game number 1 at this current moment. Will we see it in normal time, or will we see it in overtime? Only 42 seconds to find out.
Yeah, we all love overtime, having those golden goal opportunities. It just makes for great watching, great Rocket League, and a good stream. So we'll see what happens in the next 28 seconds here. Rich
going off the ceiling, flip reset up to the Musty, could not get the connection, and also not enough boost to actually do anything useful with that, unfortunately, at that time. But now another touch and field. Idiot Caleb looks for shot, and it's a little wide, but Rich finds the angle at the last second, puts it right into the back of the net, and gives them the lead at 12 seconds left. What a shot, what a pass, what a play.
Absolutely. What a beautiful Doomsy dish from Rich. He saw the opportunity. He was able to remain calm and just make the shot, and really showing why he is the best player so far, MMR-wise, on this team.
And now, at 0 seconds, Caleb gonna try and kill this, looking to see if anyone will stop the plays, and finally, Momentum kills the play. Game 1 goes to them.
Yeah, it was a great game from them. They just they really showed their ability to take control of the play, take control of the games. I mean, Rich, very good mechanically. I know K-Dogs is very good mechanically too. And the way they just moved around the field on that one, they definitely showed their domination. Even though they let it get tied up a bit, they still took the win, and that's what matters.
Absolutely. And what I'm even seeing here is, like, if you look at the score, like, especially for Momentum, you talk about aggression. We have over I can't count right now. 12 shots.
12 shots for Momentum.
12 shots on Momentum. Only 4 goes in, but
goals.
Rich is 100% accuracy. But it shows that all of them were in the play. They all stayed in the game and kept that aggression. And if they keep doing that, we're probably going to end up seeing a 4-0 lead, or 4-0 game, if we're not careful. Now, don't get me wrong, it looked like Sentinels has finally started to warm up a little bit, and we're going to hope to see if they can continue to develop their style, as they were. We don't know, again, how much they've been practicing or training together. The chemistry might be off. It's their first game for the JWRLCS. So literally, we're going to see how well they're going to show it off. But now game 2 is going to start in, and we're going to see exactly the response that Sentinels will have.
Yeah, I know Sentinels, at least for Nash and Caleb, they were able to get together a little bit. I think they were having a couple issues. Oh, what a nice dunk from Caleb there.
Caleb's game sense coming into play with a good touch, reading off the 50. Rich was not there, and Caleb, or idiot Caleb Celeb, or whatever you want to call him, was just a little bit too far out of position. No one in net. Good for Caleb to see and read that and be able to capitalize on that. And now they get the lead.
Yeah, if you were watching closely, you saw that Caleb got his first touch and actually backed off from the ball a little bit, waiting for the defender to make that touch. So then he could capitalize on the slight overcommit. What a read!
Another challenge, another pressure. Nash with a great 50. So C-Lab not able to read it, and now a Dark Fox just closing it up. And at this point, C-Lab might be the weak link on momentum at this point. Maybe that is just statistics, but we will see if he can come back and prove to be useful for the team.
Yeah, you know, being in these matches, making a mistake here and there, you really got to worry for the players if that gets into their mental. You kind of just got to let that go.
The team
shot
play.
from Rich.
And the pinch to boot. K-Dogs with an excellent infield pass. And then a team pinch with C-Lab and Rich was found. Rich was found, obviously, though, getting the actual credit for that one. And they put themselves back into the game, ladies and gentlemen.
One goal down, 4 minutes left. Still anybody's game. All three players were upfield on that. So you got to wonder if it was calculated
or just overcommitting.
Yes.
I agree with you.
Double commits are fine if it works out for you, so we'll see how it goes for them the rest of the game.
I 100% agree. It doesn't matter unless the goal goes in the net, or the ball goes in the net. Oh, Dark Fox! Oh, no! Oh, Dark Fox allows equalization! Unfortunate! Oh, Rich was found finding the angle, snipes it, and Dark Fox not anticipating his putting it behind him, and unfortunately does not get a touch on that. And now they're all tied up.
Yeah, you have to somewhat respect the other teammates, trusting Dark Fox to get that touch there so they don't double commit or triple commit, but that trust might be broken down if you can't find the consistency in getting those touches.
Absolutely. And of course, you know, you literally just said it. One mistake here and there might very well be a breaking point and a tipping point, but that's not the end all be all. And again, we can see both teams are not playing perfect Rocket League, but enough Rocket League to at least keep this competitive.
Definitely.
K-Dogs again going for the ceiling. Oh, gets it over two defenders. Nash is last and gets it cleared off. At least not directly on target, and gives them another chance to breathe and recoup. Now Dark Fox with a clear downfield, but kind of just throws the ball away. Gets demo. K-Dogs looking for a shot, but can't get it. Nash with the clear. And now Caleb. Infield pass, but to no one with after that 50. Nash now going to try and keep this pressure going. No boost. Cannot do much with it. Now Rich keeping this up. Who's going to take it? Caleb tries to 50 and loses. Oh, but looking for shots. And we're looking at a lot of aerial play and wall play from these teams.
Yeah, I mean, it's all about following your teammates' touches. If you just hit the ball to hit it and smack it downfield with no intention, you just give up possession to the other team and allow them to draw up a counterattack.
We saw a crossbar play from Caleb, looking to see if he might have very well found a teammate, but no one was in midfield to get that shot. Positioning for Orange and Sentinels has been difficult. Granted, go ahead. Nope, you go ahead.
I was just what a shot from Caleb. Well, we're trying to figure out who's going next. Caleb knew it was his turn to go, and he capitalized.
Exactly.
Making a great shot there.
Oddly enough, what I was going to say is that they were not getting shots on target, but they were continually putting on pressure, which is interesting to me because no one was there, and yet they had enough pressure, enough presence of the field to take control of that and give them that next goal. And now they're all equal, and just as fast as we speak,
They tie it up.
they decide to try and switch it up.
Finding the holes. Nash had to respect the shot there. We know K-Dogs is good at those double taps. Whether it was a miss or a fake, it worked out because Rich was there to finish it off, and that's good communication from the team.
K-Dogs pops it up to continue. Okay, self-pass. Doesn't work out. Oh, no! It was an unfortunate miss, but Rich making sure that he kind of take care of his team, and that was at least a good recovery for him. Off the back wall. Rich not able to find it! C-Lab is trying to grab, can't get the second touch off the back wall. Butts gets the bump off of the last man defending, and these guys are relentlessly brutalizing Sentinels with their defense. Somehow, Sentinels was able to make it through that barrage and still able to somehow prevent another goal from being scored.
Yeah, their defense is looking good. I mean, they're allowing a lot of pressure on themselves, but if Momentum just can't find a hole in that defense, then all this pressure doesn't really matter, and you got to hope that they don't just allow an easy counterattack.
Oh, absolutely. And what was also interesting as well, as you said, that was kind of how they got their first goal, if I recall. Specifically speaking, they were able to have that overcommitting and that overpressurization of the team, allow it to get them to have an open net on their side, and that's how they were able to gain another goal. But as we see right now, nothing came from that from Momentum, and so now that Momentum needs to find a way to respond just as much as as Sentinels does. We have 2 men up. Caleb gets the read on it, though. I'm finding that they're having some difficulties when it comes to having some boost. Their boost management, because of their constant aerialing, is kind of proving to be a downfall for them at this current point.
Yeah, being able to control the air game is definitely important, but if you're just up to air dribble with really no purpose, you just waste boost and force your teammates to do something that maybe they're just not ready for.
Oh, yeah. But now we see Dark Fox again, no boost, can't get a touch on it, and now he's out of position. Caleb has to try to find a way to respond, and he puts it infield. Nash can't get there in time, and K-Dogs now, for Momentum, is going to try to respond. Celeb looking for shot on target, puts it high, just in the right spot, but Dark Fox with enough boost finally makes it in time, and it's still anyone's game. Dark Fox with a shot, crossbar save, K-Dogs, and Rich now with air control. Look at your shot, gets demoed and destroyed. K-Dogs with a fake touch, Idiot Celeb looking for shot, Dark Fox again. Brilliant save. Dark Fox is the unstoppable wall that Sentinels needs at this current point. Insane.
Momentum with 10 shots overall, only 3 goals. It just shows the ability from Sentinels to keep that, even though with all that pressure, they're keeping their cool on their goal line and making those saves.
And as much as you're saying about their 10 shots on target, more like 11 at this point, Dark Fox has 5 saves out of them. He is the wall that Sentinels needs to keep boosted, keep starved. Oh, a little bit of a blunder. K-Dogs with this demo just to save it. Dark MVP shot. Let's go. And we got ourselves a game to win for Sentinels.
Glacial, this is the man that you were questioning if he was the weak link on Team Sentinels or not, and he put up a crazy game, staying patient and controlled on defense and finding that golden goal on offense. He is absolutely the MVP for this game.
100% correct. You are so right. I mean, honestly, that performance from Dark Fox at that point was phenomenal. That overtime, that 0-second positioning, the mentality that you have when all that pressure on you, and you still are composed enough to get the majority of saves, control the ball, and then return the favor of momentum and dunk them at the last minute that you need. I mean, you can't sleep on them, right? You just can't sleep on them.
Absolutely can't sleep on them. You got to wonder. Momentum had all that time, all that pressure. They just couldn't find a hole in the Sentinels defense. So we really want to see what comes out of this next game. If they can find those holes, then I think they take this series.
Absolutely. And another interesting thing to note is Momentum's having a hard time with their shot accuracies for their other teammates. We're seeing that Rich is coming through for them constantly with the shots and goals. However, all the other teammates are helping and participating in those shots on targets, but they're not getting the actual finish. And that finish is going to be the make or break for them if they're not careful.
Absolutely. So we definitely want to watch what both teams do. If they can keep up their consistency in this game, then we're definitely looking at a good series.
Absolutely. And again, we cannot say anything bad about these guys. These guys are playing great Rocket League, and we look forward to seeing them in future events as well, both teams, because they're playing phenomenally. So we just want to expect to see, hopefully, that they can kind of tie it up just a little bit better and kind of just seal in that chemistry that they have. And we see Idiot C-Labs going for shot. Could not get that, though. Open net opportunity! Because of his committing for first touch, he was still there and ready for that. Great pass by Rich as well.
A little bit of miscommunication in the corner there. Maybe a little bit more patience would have been good, but they just allowed it through, and Rich capitalized and made an easy goal.
Right.
I'm sorry. C-Lab capitalized.
Absolutely, yep. So we definitely... They're getting back to what we saw in game one, their positioning, their play style. Caleb looking for a shot right on the line, but Rich was perfectly in position to block. And now with the guys with Sentinels rushing back to defend, Caleb on the wall was able to at least buy them enough time to get back. Dark Fox now going to control it for a little bit, pushes it back in field, but only passes it back to Momentum. Now Caleb looking for another opportunity. Puts it up in midair, and two teammates, two of them go up, and an interesting save goes on for Team Sentinels.
You know, what I would really like to see is some of these plays just slowed down a bit.
Rich
missed an easy shot!
Oh no, what just happened? Oh my goodness, are you kidding? They just crumbled! Oh, Rich!
He had a wide open net, and he just missed it.
Rich is not going to be happy about that one.
Hopefully he can just let that go. I mean, they're still up, so it wasn't absolutely necessary, but we'll see what happens later in this game. If they lose by one, then he's definitely going to be kicking himself.
That's going to be the reason, and he's going to sit back and look at the replays and replay analysis and say, that was not good. Oh, no. Two people go up and miss. Nash now, though, going to try and see if he can get it out of their half. For the last minute and a half, just about, we have not really seen much activity on the blue side. This has been a very heavy onslaught, and I think Momentum's probably wondering when Sentinels is going to break down. At this current moment, though, not anytime soon. Their rotations and their defensive positioning is just next to none at this point.
Yeah, I'd really love to see them actually, both teams, slow down the play a little bit when they have the open space and the chance, and just kind of take control of the game. Messes up the other team for sure if you slow it down and then speed it up when you have the opportunity.
Oh yeah, exactly.
I'd definitely like to see that.
Yeah, control of the game is a number one thing that people sometimes don't realize. Everyone wants to play fast and stylistically, but sometimes all you need to do is just take your time. Caleb right there. I mean, if he wasn't coming in so hot, he might not have hit crossbar. But that's it's an unfortunate thing, but it happens. It's such a natural thing to want to go fast, right? We're playing Rocket League. It's rocket powered battle cars.
Yeah, I mean, at this level of Rocket League, most defenders expect a really fast shot on net, so they almost pre-jump for that. If you sometimes just slow it down,
Oh,
fake, whatever, it throws them off, and then you can capitalize on that miss from the defenders.
oh yeah, a team that can do that is a team that is very unpredictable. You never know what was going to happen next. But we're still seeing actually there was a lot of midfield play out there, but no one actually really capitalizing and actually taking much of opportunities. I mean, we are seeing Sentinels with more shots on target, but it doesn't matter because they're still down by 1. They need to finish an actual goal. Rich was found, no boost, unfortunately not, and in net can't get any touches, and thankfully one of his teammates was ready to respond. Oh, K-Dog's now with control, and he gets immediately 50'd.
Caleb just took mid boost from his teammate there. He had just about 80, so you kind of want to question if he wasn't sure whether his teammate was going to rotate back or not. It's a lot of little things like that, allowing your teammates to grab boost and rotate where you're able to go, that really separates a good team from a great team.
Oh, for sure. And with a low-scoring game like this one, it's interesting to see, again, how one goal can make it all the difference. But we're not out yet. Oh, looking for another opportunity, but Caleb gets a touch, and he cannot put it up the wall. Unfortunate for Caleb. He had to do it, and he just wasn't able to find it. And that goes game 2 to Momentum.
Actually, I think that's game 3. So currently it is Momentum 2,
correct.
Sentinels 1.
My apologies. You're absolutely correct. I meant
is
to say
completely all right.
Second game for Momentum. That's what I meant to say.
That is why we co-cast, so we can get accurate information here.
100%. We're seeing some interesting plays, and it's actually interesting too because for Momentum, everyone kind of is almost changing positions and roles because we see C-Lab now in the lead with that one goal that they had. Of course, it was assisted by Rich, but again, nothing else was really much to talk about throughout that entire game. It was kind of I'm not going to say boring, but slower game.
Glacial, it's been said before, and I will say it again. The team that wins is the team that when the game ends, they have more goals than the opposing team. It's simple math.
Simple math. 1 + 1, right?
Yeah, well, for them, it was 1
plus 0. 1
plus
and 0
right? Equals W.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And now we're going to see game 4. Another response is needed from Sentinels, right? So, I mean, again, they didn't play bad. It was just that Momentum played a little bit better. And so we need them to play a little bit better than that. And with that demo by C-Lab, we're not gonna see it. We're gonna try to see a shot on target. Rich found the net, but Caleb, and I respect that save that Caleb had. He pre-jumped in and got that dunk. Still wasn't enough for the pressure that was Momentum. And actually, excellent team play.
Yeah, I mean, that was a great save from Sentinels there, but they just, after they make the save, they got to either capitalize on getting a clear, buying their teammates time, or focusing on trying to get a counterattack going instead of just hitting the ball to hit it.
But I mean, I don't not to discredit Sentinels at all, but that play was a very incredible one because it was a full man posturing. Like, they used all 3 men to get up and get that goal. So obviously, yes, there was no defensive rotation or anything. But what you saw was C-Lab passed it in and sacrificed himself with the demo, allowing K-Dogs to get the outfield pass that allowed Rich to get the back of the net. Honestly speaking, with a position and play-by-play like that, Sentinels would have had a very hard time realizing where that ball was going to be. And sure enough, that proved true because a goal ended up happening for Momentum.
Yeah, absolutely. And you see a double commit a couple seconds back, but it doesn't matter because Caleb cuts rotation in the perfect way. He's up where he needs to be. Nobody from Momentum is back to make that save. And once again, no matter how much pressure you have, if you're not back for that counterattack, it just doesn't matter.
And what hurts about that is K-Dog's had enough boost, but because he was already going supersonic, it didn't really matter. He could not get in front of that ball in time. It was a little bit of an unfortunate event, especially as the last man back being just a little bit too far forward. It hurts to see. But I'm sure for Sentinels, that was great. I mean, it equalized them. Oh, looking for a pass. No one's there to see it, though. But Nash trying again, continually pressuring. Dark Fox now puts it up. Caleb J looks for shot. Bar down and out. Unfortunate. He's been in aim training doing that shot for however long. And he's still, unfortunately, just a little too wide. Oh, hurts.
Yeah, playing in the past with Caleb, like he can find really good angles, great spots, the holes that nobody else can, but sometimes it's just off and you hate to see it. You almost have to be playing your best when it comes to making those shots.
Absolutely. Darkfoss going to pressure now, looking for the pass for Nash. Oh, but can't get there. C-Lab with a good clear downfield, and now we have another opportunity for them to at least capitalize on this. No boost. Caleb can't find another shot, and we're going to be equalized. 2 minutes left now. What will we expect from Sentinels? They're the ones down. We're looking for them to respond.
Yeah, what I'd really like to see is when they have good pressure, I'd like to see the Sentinels kind of stay upfield a little bit more instead of rotating all the way back for boost. There was one or two opportunities that they would have had at a good shot, but just no one was there to follow up the touch or the play mid.
Oh, and a nice long pass, but just again puts it too wide. It was going to be an easy save for Momentum. And to your point and your credit, that is actually 100% correct. What I'm gathering from what I'm seeing is that Sentinels is doing a play at a time. They're committing all three men. They are using all of their boost for this one play, and then they're bailing as fast as they can so that they can try to recover from that again. They need to maybe think about making it a constant pressure that just like how Momentum has with them. Because it seems as though Momentum's defense would be a lot weaker than Sentinels. The reason why Sentinels can get away with it is because their defense has been one of the strongest ones that we've seen, honestly, all season at this point.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, if they can, you almost only need about 3, maybe 4 pads, and you can keep the pressure up. You can make those passes, create those plays. You don't always have to go all the way back to your corner for boost, especially if there's no threat of a ball coming out. And just as I was talking about threats, Rich was able to read the play. A little bit too heavy of a touch here from Nash, and Rich was able to capitalize and put it right in.
Well, not only that, he was able to notice that his teammate took out the last man defense with that little bump, but he was not going to be able to do anything after that touch, and Celeb was able to put that in to help him in the best way possible, which was have open net.
Absolutely, and look at it again, and what a save from Caleb.
Caleb knowing exactly where he was going to put it. Oh, no, but can't get the second, and Rich responds yet again.
It just goes to show it doesn't matter how good of an initial save you have. If your teammates are not there to back you up and either take control of the ball or get a clear, that pressure is just going to keep on coming, and a team can only hold off on that for so long at this level.
Absolutely. As much like you just said, when it comes to scoring a goal, you can score a goal as many times as you want, but that one who scores more goals wins. Just because you save one goal doesn't mean that more goals aren't coming.
No truer words have ever been spoken, Glacier.
Oh
man.
That was exactly what we just saw at the very last second yet again. we saw momentum come through for themselves. And honestly, Rich with the very hard carry. I mean, we're talking 3 goals, 3 saves, 7 shots. I mean, credit where credit's due. K-Dogs assisted with some of those, and of course, their defense was moving and working, but the shots did not come from the rest of the blue team. Only one man.
Yeah, he's really putting in the work this series. I mean, K-Dogs and C-Leb, their presence on the field is definitely one of the reasons that the entire team is winning. But Rich is just putting in the work. He's showing why he's the captain, and he's leading his team to the potential victory.
Yeah, and at game 4, it's 3-1. I mean, technically match point for momentum. And it honestly looks like I was about to say, I do believe Sentinel still has they both have timeouts that they could call potentially, but it seems as though they want to ride this one out. Something has to be done with Sentinel's aggression and an offense. Their offense is a little bit weaker, and you're seeing that it's definitely not allowing them to finish what they start. Oh, they're trying to bait it. And you can see they have great ideas. Like, they're trying to bait all 3 into a play, but Dark Foss puts it too wide. Caleb couldn't respond to the shot, and now, again, both people are off target. When are they going to align together? Great bump by Caleb, but Rich is there. Dark Foss with his center field pass, looking for Nash. Nash just puts it down, spikes it down, but Rich is there. Caleb up in the air, but Rich is there.
Momentum is just holding it together here. The Sentinels, once again, I'd just love to see if once they have this pressure, if they kept up on it a little bit more. They're just rotating back slightly too far. And
Caleb with the center touch, but Rich was there.
Rich was found, and he was found everywhere on the field.
Dark Foss with a shot on target, but puts it wide. And Caleb was there. Or C-Leb was there, sorry.
Yeah, their names are a little closer. Maybe we should just refer to him as idiot from this point out.
Yeah, from now on, we'll just call him the idiot. Yeah. I agree. K-Dog's now looking for a shot. Seals the deal. Dark Fox not able to get there. Not enough boost. It's idiot with a shot with a nice wide pass to K-Dogs, and all K-Dogs had to do was just make sure that he wasn't there. We're talking about. Go ahead.
Momentum. It'll be cheesy, but they just have all the momentum. They're keeping up the pressure.
Absolutely.
They're creating those opportunities and capitalizing on those opportunities, which is the big difference between them and Sentinels in this entire series.
Believe me, I wanted to make that same pun because as we saw after game 2, they have had the momentum and they have kept their momentum. Now, will Sentinels be able to snipe out this momentum and kill it from before, from whence it came from? Caleb now at least with a nice pass back to save themselves from almost a brutal shot.
Rich, again, he had an opportunity. I mean, he's been playing great, but if he can just tighten it up a little bit and find these shots that should be goals, then they would almost be unstoppable, it seems.
Absolutely. Frankly speaking, if Rich was playing a perfect game of Rocket League, I don't know if we'd still be watching this game. We would be, I think game 4 would have honestly been the end. Oh, Kayla, our son, idiot, looking to see if he could get a shot, but puts it a little too high. Now Rich was looking for fake kickoff, and oh my goodness, that works! That works on Sentinels? Are you kidding me? K-Dogs with a pass back, and Rich doesn't even touch it. He knows C-Lab is there, and he just lets him bump it in, and Caleb doesn't know how to respond.
This is exactly what I was talking about earlier. Just taking your time. You don't have to always just smack the ball as hard as you can. Taking your time, slowing it down a little bit, it just changes that flow of the game just enough that the defending team are just not there. They can't anticipate it.
Absolutely. And finally, it was as though Caleb's save blunder, as it were, was exactly what he needed to snap him back into reality. Good shot, good placement too, putting in the lower right-hand corner or left-hand corner, giving them at least another fighting chance. We still got 2 minutes, 20 seconds. Let's see if they can equalize. Nash with a shot. Immediately blocked by C-Lab.
Yeah, you kind of wonder how their comms are doing. If they can kind of hype each other up and say, you know what, we haven't lost yet. This game is not over. There's still a chance. Crazier things have happened, and just kind of pump each other up. They can still definitely get these game wins and take the series, but they just have to set their minds to it.
Absolutely. And if this is a goal, if this ends up being a goal, which it does, I actually feel bad for Caleb. Caleb was last man back, and he had to pressure Rich, and unfortunately, that completely put him out of position. Dark Fox and Nash were coming back as fast as they could, but as you said, once you're playing that fast, sometimes it's really hard to stop when a play like that comes into play. And they're just giving the balls back. Oh no, look at that! And they're bumping each other now, but I'm not even gonna try to understand what just happened there.
Yeah, there's one thing I can say, and this is Rocket League. You can't ask for anything better.
Am I watching a champ lobby right now? What was that play? The bump play somehow works out. It was as though it completely confused momentum. They had like weird goggles on. They couldn't see anything.
We go from the highest level of Rocket League possible in this server to the lowest level of Rocket League possible in this server in the matter of seconds, and you love to see it.
Absolutely. A perfect example. Nash had a great, and honestly, this might be a goal right here. Yep, it is, and he finally was able to equalize it. Good for him. I was actually about to say, Nash had a great double touch pass before this shot, and Caleb, he had pre-flipped it and unfortunately had to put himself out of position to actually capitalize on it. But again, doesn't matter. They were somehow able to find he was able to find the runaround. And again, it's interesting. Momentum's starting to bait themselves up a little bit more. Keeps pushing the pressure on. Not that they haven't been doing that, but maybe Sentinels are starting to actually get a read on how their playstyle has been. The consistent forward push that they've had is now kind of working against momentum. Oh no.
Man, yeah, there's been definitely a couple opportunities for Sentinel to take this game, but they're not finding the net. Even though they're making those shots, you got to be able to finish and get that ball into the back of the other team's net.
Rich with a fake on the wall, allowing Celeb to get a nice touch on target, but it was just a little too soft, and it was easily saved. Now the fake touch from Nash. Actually, that was an incredible play. Nash is now stepping forward for Sentinels. That missed touch completely took Rich out of position and then allowed Caleb to get a nice touch. It was almost saved, but honestly, his reaction time to that was just not good enough at that point.
Absolutely. Usually you like to see a shot top right, top left where the defenders are not, but Caleb, he saw the opportunity right in the center of that net because he saw where the defenders were and he put that ball exactly where he needed to.
The pre-flip 50! Oh,
and this game is not over yet. Sentinels coming back. It is 3-2 currently, and this game is not over.
Oh my goodness. As if they just want to see another Game 7. Just about every game that we've played in this for this playoff so far has almost led to Game 7. I mean, what is it, like 3 out of the 4? They're like not wanting to break the stride.
I'd definitely say something like that. I do have a little bit of sad news for you. I was waiting to, reveal this because I didn't want to put a dampener on everything, but I have this obese parrot, and he just died. But you know what? It's a huge weight off my shoulders. Let's get into the next game. That is your Ayo's joke of the series. Loved by everybody, and I will throw it out right now. If anybody wants to be featured on stream, send me your best dad jokes, 1 one submission per week from anybody who wants to send it to me, and if I choose yours, it will be featured. R.I.P. my obese parrot.
Okay, well, thank you for that.
It's all about the delivery.
Absolutely, and never gonna get to game 5. Is this game 5? It is. Or is it 6? Oh, this is 6. This is game 6. Oh my goodness. We're playing so much Rocket League right now.
Yeah, and we love it. The more Rocket League, the better.
Absolutely. It gives us time to keep talking. Because, no one else wants to hear us talk other than, these beautiful people.
Yes, I love hearing you talk, by the way.
Oh, well, thank you very much. Anyway,
right.
What are we seeing
30
here?
30 seconds into this game, what do we got going on here?
Good touch by Nash. As it was saying, people are saying, give him some aspirin. He's carrying Sentinels at this point. And honestly, I could not agree more. But we're going to see maybe if Momentum wants to actually not go to Game 7 and seal this deal. Interesting interaction there with Sentinels, but it still works to their favor at this current moment. Nash gets the boost, but unfortunately his teammate did not have any, and so he could not help him try to find a play for him. Good touch to try and at least keep the pressure going for Dark Fox, but Dark Fox had to immediately leave because Momentum's team just seems a little bit on the defensive side right now.
Yeah, it looks like they're definitely starting to capitalize on this pressure that they have. They're not just hitting the ball, and that's an open net. Is he able to score it? Not only does he score an open net, but he hits a banger top right corner.
Okay,
bar in.
But Ayo, tell me for real. Do you think that was on purpose?
Okay, so his purpose was to score a goal, and that's exactly what he did. The execution does not matter. He accomplished his goal on that one, if you catch my drift.
Absolutely, he did, and congratulations to him. He finally was able to get the goal that they need to at least get the lead at this time.
Just a great Rocket League that we're witnessing here. Sentinels really capitalizing on the pressure that they have instead of just throwing the ball away and trying to create a play from nothing.
Yeah, and I thought it was also interesting because what I was seeing as well for this, at least the initial start of this game, was that they were all playing very wide and spacious Rocket League. If you saw that, there was a lot of deep passes. There was a lot of deep positionalities, and that's not a bad thing. It's good when you want to at least try to see who can contain themselves and have more control over the ball. But we see that I think the Momentum's forward pushing that they tend to do can be a bit of a double-edged sword for them.
Yeah, you definitely are right on that one. Just it's good to cover as much of the field as you can, but if that coverage leaves gaps in your offense, then you're just not going to be able to find that pressure. You're just going to give it up even if you have a good touch to your teammate. If you're just too far away, then that allows the opposing team to come in and put pressure on you instead.
Absolutely. All right, and now we got him down the infield pass. Rich looking for touch, puts it on the angle, but Caleb was breezily just sitting in the net, just waiting for that ball to come and hit him. And now Dark Fox tries to respond with a nice boom downfield, but just as quickly as that went, Rich was there.
Good idea to take his time for Mr. Dark Fox here, but he just got to touch a little bit too heavy.
Ooh, Caleb's soft touch. Yeah, Caleb's soft touch puts them in a little bit of a dangerous position, and now they're trying to scramble to try and get at least some sort of relativity. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness, that worked for them though! Oh, Sentinels responds with an excellent, interesting play. Dark Fox definitely missed the ball, but saw the opportunity to go for demo bump instead.
You questioned if his shot top right was intentional, but then he goes with a fake to a demo to allow his teammate to get a dunk. I think the question that you should be asking, does this man have the biggest brain in Rocket League history?
I believe that those 2 game balls were the smoothest brain plays I have ever seen, and yet they worked. So maybe you're right.
Smoothest
Maybe
brain, or does this man have ripples upon ripples in his brain?
And just to see, and just to say, basically, don't worry, you're not touching the ball again. Nash, beautiful air control over one player. Rich tries but can't get there. He was too late on the jump, and just another open net. This is a very interesting game number 6.
Yeah, it really makes you wonder, was Sentinels just trying to shake off all of their nerves from those first couple of games, because they are looking strong at this point.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Caleb looking for touch. Can't get the angle. Just a little too short. And, oh, my goodness, puts it just a little wide. And they just let Rich continue his play.
Yeah, miss there from Mr. Dark Fox. And then Nash just did not expect Rich to be there.
If Nash was a little bit slower, if he jumped a little earlier, side flipped, anything, he might have been able to help. But unfortunately, that just gives them another goal. And at least at this point, it's still anyone's game. It's still leaning in favor highly towards us going to a game 7. But we've seen stranger things. I mean, as we're seeing, we saw what Dark Fox has done for the last game. And just about scored another goal if Rich wasn't fast enough. That would have been the cheesiest goal.
Yeah, Momentum needs to find a goal in about the next second here, but they're not going to get it.
Oh, no, they don't even get the last second goal.
Oh, man, you hate to see it, even though it doesn't matter. Sentinels.
Absolutely not.
They're
But
taking control of this series. They did not take that timeout, and it has been paying off for them because they're taking their own momentum and carrying it in to game 7.
But there is something to be said about that last goal morale booster, to be like, hey, at least I scored a dope, crossbar down into net, like 0-second goal. That would have been great, obviously. Bring their boost and boost them up a little bit more. But that did not happen. And it's gonna be interesting because we have seen ebbs and flows of confidence and lack of confidence between both Sentinels and Momentum the entire game. Honestly, Sentinels, I feel, has the upper hand at this current moment. They came back from almost a series sweep for 4-1, and now we're all equaled up. Can it be finished? Game number 7. Here we go.
Yeah, absolutely. Having the strongest mental coming into this game 7 is going to be huge. Sentinels, they have the momentum coming from the last win, and the team momentum, that goal just not going in, you got to wonder, is that going to affect them? Having that goal would have been real good for them, but we'll have to see how this game plays out.
Oh, yeah. And what was actually also really incredible that I kind of appreciated, good attempt, by the way, from Nash, but he wasn't able to read the 50. Caleb putting it too high, looking to see if Nash might have a shot on target. He does. Caleb looking for the angle, can't get it. What I was about to say is with that last game, all players had 2 shots on target. So it was a pretty evenly matched game. Yet again, it's just one team just edged out a little bit more.
Oh, absolutely. And I'm really loving what Sentinels are doing. Like we were talking about early in the series, they're capitalizing on the pressure that they have. Even though they're not finding a goal with it every single time, they're able to keep that pressure up instead of just letting the ball get cleared out back onto their side.
Absolutely. And a little bit of a weird play by Nash using his boost to go up for a ball that ended up not even going near him. But thankfully, his teammates were still on the defensive pressure, and they were still there to allow some sort of defensive mechanisms. Oh, great idea from K-Dogs, being called off by Rich so that he could get the touch, as he did not have any more boost. Oh my goodness, and C-Lab with a great aerial touch. Actually, that was a really well-played touch there. Off the corner, reading the angle, and gets the beautiful dunk. Dark Fox, unfortunately, not able to actually do much with that.
The idiot on team Momentum gets that first goal for their team for this game 7, and that is huge for the entire team's morale. We'll have to see if Sentinels can keep it together and return that favor that they just got.
And what's actually tragic is that Dark Fox, for that play, he had almost full boost. The only issue was that he probably was it. If it was lack of respect, I don't know, but he just didn't jump for it, and that definitely could be potentially a earth-shattering lack of defense there. Shot on target for Rich, but Nash puts it back, gets a nice hit off the ceiling.
Yeah, not too much happening right now, but I think everybody's just playing pretty solid Rocket League overall.
Yep. Everyone's trying to play a little bit safer. I think you're seeing Momentum play a little bit more aggressive because of the lead that they had, and now they don't have to maybe play a little bit more aggressive as they got the next goal.
Yeah, it almost seems like Sentinels are letting those first couple game jitters come back in this last game. They're feeling the pressure, and they might just be cracking under it. But still half a game left to play, only down 2. Still could be anybody's game.
I was about to say, hey, Banana Pancakes just played like the first game, right? I completely understand what a game 7 pressure looks like. I mean, you have to win the game, but you're down by 1. But you also have to try to make sure that the other team doesn't score any more goals because you need to score. But you also have to beat them at their own game. Great play right there to at least bring them back with the morale.
Yeah, that's a great play from them to be able to come back. You see all 3 players kind of right there, but it doesn't matter. Double commits, triple commits. As long as you get that goal, that's all that matters.
I was about to say, it looked like they took a page out of Momentum's playbook by playing a little bit closer to each other, and it kind of paid off for them at that point. Oh, Dark Fox is far back at net, but is able to at least read the save. That save is going to be such a clutch factor for them at this point. Unfortunately, no one else is coming in for the pressure. Nash could not get that touch. And now we're looking at a team who is looking for any opportunity to at least equalize this, get this game 7 into an OT, or better yet, let's just score 2 more goals and let's get the dub.
Yeah, you really got to wonder what's going through their head. Are they worried that they still need another goal? Are they calming down a little bit because they got a goal and they only need 1? We'll really see through their gameplay what they're thinking.
Oh, Dark Fox with the miss. Looking to see if Nash gets the 50. He does, but cannot do much more with no boost. But the fake touch gives him control. If only he had enough boost, maybe boom it down. And now the rotation goes back to Momentum. K-Dogs puts it a little too high. And with that demo, there's an opportunity. Rich, though, not going to let it happen. Puts a corner play by Caleb. Caleb now is going to look for the angle. Actually, it was Mr. Fox that did the pass. I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, a bit of a double commit there. You kind of wonder if they're starting to panic slightly.
45 seconds whiffed by Celeb. Celeb doing his thing, trying to do it. Look for an infield pass. Can't get there either. And now we're looking again. Caleb gonna look for it to control. Can't get the control. And now Dark Fox looking for shot. Can't get it. Celeb puts it infield. Looks for another touch. Gets it. Looks for any of his teammates to be there. They both kind of come forward. 15 seconds left.
Yeah, they definitely had an opportunity there to seal the game, get up 2
Sentinels
goals.
looking for a miracle. As the time ticks down, crossbar touch, not too good for Momentum, but they need this out of their half. They need to control it. Let's see if they can make it. Infield pass. Dark Fox puts it up. Caleb cannot find the shot, and Nash puts it up still.
Dark Fox is still and it goes.
But of course, the fake
Momentum.
Touch. And of course, a 1-goal difference after all 7 games, and 1 goal proves to be the make or break. And congratulations to Momentum for that dub. Incredible.
Yeah, really great game from both teams, honestly. But Momentum, they were able to find just that one goal that was needed to take the entire series. They kept up good pressure, good communication, even though they lost those 2 games to send it into game 7. They were able to come back, get that first goal in this last game to really take the momentum for themselves, and they were just able to capitalize on it.
Oh, absolutely. And what we saw was nothing short of entertaining. We really do appreciate the play styles of all 6 of our contestants today. It was excellent. We saw what can only be described as good Rocket League.
Yeah, really great just from everybody all around. They might be kicking themselves a little bit for letting that one go, but it's only week 1. This is when teams are just able to kind of feel out how everyone plays, and taking that into the next week is huge. Just figuring out those mistakes.
For sure, for sure. And what you were saying is exactly right. I mean, we are seeing what these teams are doing on week 1, their first appearance on the JWRLCS. Some of these teams are, as you said, brand new. They are new from all walks of the world, as it were, and they're coming together and playing incredible Rocket League. And so, if this is what we're expecting in week 1 of this series, what are we going to see week 5, week 8, come playoffs? We're going to have some great Rocket League.
It's just going to get better and better from here. So, hey, Rich, what do you guys think was the key moment that gave you guys that series win?
Well, we came into this not knowing what we were going to expect. And so when we came into this game and we started dominating off the front, I think we got a little too confident, and we started to slack a little bit. And so I told my team that game 7, I wanted us to play a certain way, and we executed well, and I think that's what got us the win. We had to start focusing up again and take it real serious.
That is great. That shows your leadership as your team captain, and being able to kind of take your team when they might be down a little bit and boosting them up, telling them what you want, and having them follow your directions. That is huge to take that win.
Yeah. Now, a question for you too, Rich, is how was the mentality once Sentinel started coming back?
Well, you saw what happened the first 4 games. We were up 3-1, and I mean we were just playing well, and we were playing with confidence. And like I said earlier, we were playing with a little too much confidence. So when the mentality came back to us and reality started to hit, we realized that we really needed to start focusing, because these aren't platinum lobbies, these aren't diamond lobbies, these are GC lobbies with really good people in here. So we didn't want to choke this, and we've seen multiple teams already do it this season, and we were not going to be one of them.
Yeah, really great response there. So this question goes to K-Dogs or C-Lab. Did you guys know coming into this game whether or not you were going to win, or were you kind of just hoping for the best?
Are they muted?
They are. They might be having a little bit of the
How about C-Lab? How about you go, C-Lab?
talk to text.
Yeah, they're bugging a little bit. You might have to.
Well, how about you answer it for us then, Mr. Captain?
Yeah, Mr. Team Captain. Did you know you were gonna get? Did you know you were gonna get the win coming into this series, or were you kind of just hoping for the best?
The thing is, we I don't know, man. We knew that it was going to be a tough game. I want to give a shout out to Caleb J. He was insane. I'm gonna be honest, I was really scared of him when he was up in the air. So he was just playing phenomenal, and that's a team that's going to go far this season.
Yeah, very good point. Now, So you already highlighted that you think Caleb was pretty good in that thing, and that's great. And I agree. Sentinels is going to go far. Based off of what you've seen so far in week 1 and the plays that have happened, who do you think is going to be a tough beat?
Well, I haven't been like I've watched all of the series, but I haven't been like in depth with them necessarily. But I want to say that's a tough one. There have been very, very good teams so far, but from what I saw from the Geezers today, they look like a really dangerous team. So I don't know. Well, actually, I think we're in their division, right? Is that correct? Are we in share division with them?
Yes,
That is correct.
that is correct.
So we do play them at some point this season. Is that correct?
That is correct. Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm excited for that game, and I'm sure that they are too. Because
Okay.
I'm sure the Geezers are. I mean, I don't really know the players too well, but I'm sure they would be looking forward to that game as well.
And
In
well,
fact,
your
we
answer was
played
also
next week,
wrong.
too.
The answer was banana pancakes, but I will let you slide with what you just said. It's okay.
All right, guys. Thanks for joining us.
Yep.
Hey, thank you for a great Rocket League, okay, guys? Keep it up, and of course, we're going to see much more of you throughout the season.
Yeah, we're looking forward to those games in the future.
Have a good one, fellas.
see ya.
All right, and so with that, it was a late one, guys. You're up, but you were up for quality Rocket League. Thank you guys so much for sticking around and watching it. Stay tuned because we still have much more games. I mean, this
And
season
it only gets better from here.
This season is going to be crazy. So
Absolutely.
stay tuned. In fact, tomorrow, for those who are on stream, whoever else might watch the VOD later, Saturday, January 21st, we're having more Rocket League, guys. More Rocket League. Stay tuned. I believe we have one game at 8:30 tomorrow, if that's correct, Cody. I'm sure he'll give us all the nice details.
Yeah, so
But-
one more series left, and that's Team Hysteria versus Team Elevate. But so far, something that's just interesting that I want to point out is that all but for 2 games that had to be, one was canceled, so it ended up being a tiebreaker. The other one, basically the same thing, ended up being a coin toss, basically. Every team, or every series rather, was never a sweep. It was either 4-2 or above. It always went to either Game 5 or Game 7.
Oh my goodness.
And
So-
so just all the teams are very well matched, which just shows that how the teams progress from here on out is going to be up to each individual team and how they improve.
Absolutely. So, if people are going to be grinding, your team might want to be grinding too. Is what we're kind of hearing. No team is safe, as it were, from elimination,
Yeah.
or at least just losing.
And every team has a chance too.
Absolutely. But for now, I guess that would be the end of it for tonight. Thank you so
Yes.
much for watching again. Those who do watch, stay tuned for more. Thank you so much to Ayo for co-casting. You
Yeah.
were amazing. Thank you.
And I want to
Shout
say
out.
I'm very sorry about your parrot as well.
Yeah, that's right. Like I said, huge weight off my shoulders. So it's good and bad news.
Yeah. All right,
And of
fellas.
course, thank
everybody.
you to Cody for having everything and even setting everything up for us
Setting
so
up the
beautifully.
stream.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
have a
for
good
sure.
night, everyone.
And we'll talk later.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye.
Have a good one, fellas. Okay, we're good.
All right.
Nice. Glacier.